Carlos Sainz could be facing another dangerous waiting game, and this time his entire future for 2027 may depend on one man, Max Verstappen. The Spanish driver is still watching the biggest teams while considering his next move, and a possible Verstappen exit from Red Bull could suddenly open the door Sainz wants most. But there is a serious risk. If that opportunity never appears, he could once again find himself forced to choose between ambition and security. This is not the first time Sainz has been in this position. In 2024, after leaving Ferrari, he waited for possible opportunities at Mercedes or Red Bull before eventually joining Williams. Now the situation appears to be repeating itself. The difference is that Red Bull is expected to try to keep Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar for 2027, meaning Sainz may be waiting for a seat that never becomes available. His situation is complicated by the way he is viewed inside the Formula One market. Sainz is considered a strong and consistent driver, but not an absolute superstar. Across his career, the numbers show a close balance against his teammates. 112 better starting positions against 127 worse ones in qualifying, and 118 race finishes ahead of teammates against 123 behind them. Those figures do not erase his value, but they could define the type of role teams are willing to offer him. This is where things change. For Sainz, the real question may not simply be where he can drive, but what role he can realistically secure. A position as the second driver at a top team or as the leading driver of a competitive midfield team appears to be the most likely scenario. And if the Verstappen seat does not open, the next option could become impossible to ignore. That option is Aston Martin. The team has Adrian Newey, major financial resources, a factory partnership with Honda, and has recently shown progress with its latest upgrade. If Fernando Alonso decides to end his Formula One career at the end of 2026, Sainz could emerge as a serious candidate to replace him alongside Lance Stroll. This changes everything. What initially looked like a waiting game for Red Bull could quickly become a battle for one of the most attractive projects on the grid. The alternatives appear less appealing. Audi is expected to continue with Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto. Haas would not represent a clear step forward from Williams, while Alpine, despite its ambitions, is not considered significantly ahead of the Grove-based team. Staying at Williams also remains possible, especially if the upgrade planned for Baku delivers a major step forward. But Sainz has already shown frustration with the team's progress, while also keeping a close eye on Aston Martin's rise. And this is where the situation becomes serious. Sainz cannot control Verstappen's decision, but that decision could directly reshape the entire market around him. If Verstappen stays, Red Bull's door may remain closed. If Aston Martin continues improving and Alonso walks away, another major opportunity could suddenly appear. The next few decisions could determine whether Sainz takes another step toward the front or remains trapped in a team that cannot give him the progress he wants. And it may not stop here. For more on another major Formula One development, check the next video available in the card. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.